Cool, we're recording. Okay, so what is it that you guys need to capture in terms of audio at this event?
Basically, we are going down to an office and we're interviewing someone. So we're quiet.
Yeah.
So I think lapel mic.
Okay, so we've got a lapel mic. What are you going to send your lapel mic into?
We could have a separate camera that we could send the lapel mic into.
You could, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
That's what we did before.
What would you say, one of those handheld?
Send it into an H4n. So we've got an H4n here. It's exactly what it's designed for. You can send the lapel mic into here. It plugs into the bottom. So when you're looking, when you realise that you spent half an hour looking for where it plugs in, it goes in the bottom here. External mic. You can plug that directly in there. The reason this is good is because you can have it. You can literally put it on your subject. You can set it recording, clip it on your subject, and put it in the pocket or something like that. So, and you know that it's going. When you use this, make sure you take a pair of headphones. There's a line in, and check your record level before you start recording. Because if you get it back and they've been talking really loud into this, and it's all peaked and it's all ruffly and horrible, then you're going to regret not having checked it. You can check it with any pair of headphones. If you've got a set of Apple in-ears or anything like that, then go ahead and do that. That's cool. So when you've recorded onto this, you're okay with syncing external audio to a video on Final Cut? Yeah? You're all familiar with that?
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah. Okay, so if you're all familiar with that, then that's cool. Are you filming anything else anywhere else, or is it just that there?
Yeah.
On that day. Yeah, I might do a time lapse in London, but we won't need any audio equipment for that.
Unless we don't see the busker.
Yeah, the busker.
Yeah, you said something about busker. So you're outdoors. So what do you think you should use?
Boom.
Boom. Okay.
And it's hard to walk on the tube with it.
Yeah, for accessibility, a boom.
But you can pack it away and pick it and set it back up. It doesn't take a lot of space once it's packed down. You can easily carry it in a backpack. So you're going to use a boom pole. On the end of your boom pole, make sure you've got a shock mount. Your Rode ATG2 shotgun mic. You know how to set this up?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, it goes. So you basically thread it through the middle of there, and push it so that it's past these slots, because otherwise it's going to still create some kind of ruffling. And then you want a dead cat on the end. You can either use that one, but this one's a bit better for outdoor use. Slide it on there. What's that going to protect you from?
Any sharp sounds.
Yeah, anything really loud or any wind. So if it's a bit windy, it won't 100% protect you if you're in the middle of a hurricane, but it will do a pretty good job. I've used those tons of times and they work really well. You can obviously attach that directly on there, and there's your boom pole. What do you need to plug in here? How are you going to make it work? Yeah, H4n, but what actually physically needs to go in here and then into H4n? Cable. XLR cable. You've got a green one here. Take this with you. Plugs into there, plugs into the bottom of the H4n. Now if we are only using one mic, do you want to have your H4n on a mono setting or a stereo setting?
Mono.
You can have it on a mono. On here there are two options, well there are three options. You can have a stereo pair, which is channels 1 and 2, two different mics going into it, and it will record those onto individual channels that you can individually edit, and that will pick up lots of kind of in a surround sound type situation. You can have it a mono setting going directly into both, so although you've got two mics, you're still only taking a mono feed, or you can have just one mic plugged into a mono on a mono setting as well. So there are three options. Because you're only using the one mic, you'll only need to take a mono feed, plus this is not a stereo mic, this is a shotgun directional mic, so it's only going to record whatever it's pointed at anyway. So you need to make sure that when you're recording your busker, the end of this is pointed at your busker. So that's why it's called a shotgun, because it's very directional. Make sure you take spare batteries for this. Yeah, again, check your levels. Keep your record level generally at around 85, which it was already on, which is pretty good. Keep your volume level at around 85, and then just adjust your record level, your input level, to suit whatever is going on around it. So the reason you do that is because you know that it's a reasonable level in your ears, coming out of the headphones. Therefore, it's got to be the mic level that's low that you need to boost, or the mic level that's too high that you need to cut. So some people get those confused a little bit, like I just did when I was trying to explain it to you. So make sure headphone level is at 85, and then adjust your input level to suit that. Okay. Obviously, you need to arm it by pressing the record button once, so it's ready to record, and it'll flash red. When you press it and you've got a solid red light, that's when it's actually recording. Okay?
Okay.
Anything else?
No, the only other stuff's just more interviews, which will just be
the same.
Okay, so yeah, if you're doing an interview type situation, there are a few options. You can use this directly with this coincidental pair of stereo mics on the front, and if you've got a little sock there, if you put that on the end, then that will stop kind of if you've got a lot of noise going on around, or if you're in the wind or something, then that will help stop it. And you can record directly into this, and it's relatively good quality. Or if you're specifically interviewing just one person, then again just use the shotgun mic.
It looks like something I bought my dad.
It looks like something you bought your dad. Was it an afro wig?
It was.
Yeah, okay.
Actually.
It does look a bit like an afro. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So recording an interview, either if it's one person, use a lapel or a shotgun. If it's more than one person, then you can either use a shotgun and have your boom operator switch between the two people as they talk, or use this because it's stereo and point it in the right direction. Okay?
Okay.
Rule over the afro joke.
So when we go to London, we need H4n, lapel mic, plus a sock just to... Oh no, we don't. That's for the Toby Moores interview.
No,
we need cat. Dead cat, shotgun mic, stand, pole, camera. We need spare batteries for H4n.
Yep.
And the cable.
But it seems like a lot as individual items. Packed down into nothing. You'll fit it all in one bag. Apart from the boom. Someone will have to carry the boom on its own. Don't leave it anywhere. They cost quite a lot of money.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. If anything happens to the equipment, we'll be taking grams worth of equipment.
Yeah.
When you go onto the tube, assuming you're taking the tube somewhere,
cuddle everything.
Yeah, if you've got a backpack on, flip it around, wear it on your front like a pregnancy suit. Seriously, it's the best way to stop people robbing you.
On Asian schools.
So yeah.
Okay, thank you
Okay,
very much.
yeah,
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Cheers.